Happy Sunday, YTPC. Welcome back. How ungentlemanly of me to show you my cord. Anyway, welcome back to the Shire Shed. You are here for another review, aren't you? Great! Welcome back. Today, I bring you another tobacco review. And this one kind of coincides with a recent release. And you probably saw in the thumbnail what it's going to be. What it is Cornell and Diehl Warped The Haunting. Now, this isn't this year's release. This is actually 2 years ago. I like this blend. I'll state that right off the top. I like this blend. However, it's not one that I reach for all the time. I'm not what one might call a cigar guy, for a couple reasons. I like cigars just fine. But where I get hung up is the price. And you only get one smoke out of it. Then you're done. So, for me, it's a little cost prohibitive because I am such a cheapskate. Especially when I could get a tin for equal to or less than the price of a decent stick. And that tin will last me, with all the choices I have here, that tin will last me years, probably. And even if it was my only tin, if I was the guy that bought one tin at a time and just smoked that and then bought another tin, it would still last me probably a week and a half. Whereas, you buy one $13 stick and you smoke it and it's gone. That's it. So, I'm not trying to throw any shade at my cigar lovers out there, because I do count myself as one of them. But as cost prohibitive as it is for me, cigars are very, very special occasion kind of thing for me. I really wish they weren't, because there are a handful of cigars that I love, but I just can't wrap my head around spending that much per stick. So, anyway, that brings me to this blend. This blend has cigar leaf in it. I don't reach for it very often because I'm not always in the mood for a cigar. By the same token, I'm not always in the mood for that cigar flavor. That said, with the recent release of the Cornell and Diehl Warped The Haunting cake that just came out, I thought I would at least, if I'm not going to get that one, which I'm not, I thought I would at least give the blend of the same name, I would give that a shot. I would give that a review, because it's cold outside and it's football weather and it's Halloween's coming and it just felt right. So let's get into it. I've got it loaded up here in my Peterson Halloween 2022 606, also known as the Bengals Game Day Houday pipe, using my Bengals Zippo. I must not have cleaned this pipe out very well after the last time I smoked it. So, all right. I've got tobacco reviews pulled up here. I'm going to go into it. I already mentioned that it's a cigar leaf based blend, and even though I'm not always in the mood for it, every time I light it up, I'm like, dang, this is really good. So that should tell you something. I wouldn't say I'm like huge into cigar leaf based blends, but I will say that every time I have them, I enjoy them. So do with that information what you will. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into this on tobacco reviews. This is, in fact, 2021's version. Wait, would that be? Yeah, 2021's version of The Haunting. The Haunting is unlike many other cigar leaf based pipe tobaccos, which often contain Latakia. Instead, The Haunting consists primarily of cigar leaf and Virginia tobaccos, showcasing the delicious cigar notes and complementary sweetness of the Virginias. It's a blend that bridges the gap between cigars and pipes, catering to cigar and pipe smokers alike. I swear that there's maybe a little burley in this, but there may not be. The brand is Cornell and Diehl, blended by Jeremy Reeves in conjunction with, and I think his name's Kyle from Warped. It is a cigar leaf based blend. Contents are cigar leaf and Virginia. No flavoring. It is a ribbon cut. Packs great. However, I will say that I found a butt ton of stems in this tin. In this, well, the tin went in the jar, and then you know what I'm saying. I found a buttload of stems in here. Just for this bowl. There was like 6 stems that I found. Could have just been luck or unluck of the draw. I don't know. It does say the strength is medium. There's no flavoring. The room note is strong, which, I mean, cigar leaf, yeah, duh. And the taste is medium. This overall has more 3-star reviews than 4, but it doesn't have a ton of reviews to begin with. It's got 12. However, half of those are 3 stars. So, your mileage may vary. It's a very good blend. Definitely the first light, you can just get that cigar wrapper flavor. Now, as far as what cigar leaf and what filler they used or whatever, first of all, disclaimer, I don't know a shit ton about cigars, so I know what they taste like, and I know what a good cigar to me tastes like, but aside from that, you're probably barking up the wrong tree if you want info on cigars. I tried cigars very early on in my smoking journey. Just wasn't for me. I don't know. When I discovered pipes, man, it was like an epiphany. So, what I will say is, I believe the Virginias that are used in this are Cornell and Diehl's amazing red Virginias, and you guys know how I feel about those. I'm obsessed with their red Virginias. So, I mean, that's a winner right off the bat for me. And it does complement the Virginias and the cigar leaf complement each other really well. The cigar leaf, I think, naturally has this nice sweetness to it, but in cigars, typically, I feel like that's muted by whatever the filler is or whatever the wrapper is, or vice versa. And that sweet note doesn't get as much of a chance to really come out and showcase itself. With this blend, I feel like that opportunity has presented itself very, very well. I get sweetness from the cigar leaf, almost like a sweetness that you wouldn't expect. Then there's this slightly bitter note, like a good bitter note. And then you get some of the breadiness from the red Virginias. And there may very well be some bright Virginias in this as well, but I don't know for sure. It looks like it, but it doesn't really taste like it. There's not that overwhelming, almost overwhelming sweetness of a bright Virginia, and there's also zero tongue bite, by the way, with this. I mean, none. It's honestly quite remarkable, to be honest with you. I would say if you like cigar-based blends and you've maybe not had one without Latakia in it, like, I think I've never had Key Largo, but I would love to have it if it didn't have Latakia in it. So if you're kind of that person that you're like, oh, I really like Key Largo, or I really like Chelsea Morning, or I really like, oh gosh, I can't think of another. I think Billy Bud has cigar leaf in it too, but it also has Latakia. So if you're kind of on the fence, like, man, I really want to try something that has cigar leaf in it but doesn't have Latakia in it, this is the way to go, honestly. It's very, very good. I still swear up and down there's Burleys in this. But that could be the cigar leaf. It's hard telling. What I can't understand is why they call this the Haunting. I honestly don't know. I like it. It's a cool name, but I'm not really catching the correlation. It's basically, it reminds me a lot of the Stillwell Navy cigar, which is my favorite cigar because it's made with pipe tobacco. Go figure. This is a very good blend. I often kick myself for not having this more often. Like right now, I'm kicking myself. See? I did it. So yeah, absolutely. I would imagine there will probably be quite a few tins. I haven't checked, but I would imagine there'll probably be some tins available if you wanted to give this one a try. It's for my cigar smokers out there, I really think you'll like this one. It's got the perfect amount, I think, of both components. It's masterfully blended. I mean, masterfully blended. And I would imagine the cake's probably just as good, if not maybe a little bit better. I know I said I probably won't get any of the cake, but if I do happen upon it in my travels, i.e. at my local brick and mortar, I'll probably pick up a tin. And I promise you, I will review it right here in the Shire Shed for each and every one of you because I love you. Final verdict. This is a great blend. Cigar smokers will love it. Pipe smokers will love it. If you've been on the fence about it, get off the fence and go get some. This blend is very, very good. It goes great with coffee, let me tell you that. Absolutely wonderful with coffee. I would say the only other two blends that I could think of that might be a little better, or this might at least equal, would be Haunted Bookshop and or Old Joe Krantz. But you guys know how I feel about those. They're amazing. And speaking of haunted bookshop, I have a very special haunted bookshop video that will be coming next weekend. Not sure if I'm doing it Saturday or Sunday, but I'm definitely going to be doing it. I'm very excited about it. It's something I've been looking forward to for quite some time. And I really encourage you guys, if you don't want to miss that video, do me a huge favor. Do yourself a huge favor, really, if you don't want to miss the video. Like and subscribe. Just throwing it out there. You don't have to. But make sure you get the notifications and then hit that bell too if you want to catch that video. If you watch the video and you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. You're not hurting my feelings any. Trust me. I'm doing this for fun. I'm always going to be doing this for fun and doing it for me. That's what it's always going to be. The haunting. Very, very good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish this bowl. I've got a whole ass load of shit that I got to do around the house today. It's really not that much. It's not going to take me too long, but I still want to get to it. So I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day. It's football Sunday. Go Bengals, hooday. We've got to win this one, I swear. I'm going to go crazy if we don't. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. But if you do, don't get caught. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.